part. I couldn't wait till I got to her age because I'm like, it's gonna be my turn, and that's gonna be me, and we're gonna be really close like that. And as it would happen, my mother got really, really sick. So I never got to experience that with her. But my father, God rest his soul, tried so hard to be that my mother for me and really made sure I spent time with my aunties. Every summer, he'd send me to Philadelphia, where all my aunts, mostly all my aunts live. So I had tons of mothers mothering me all the time. So, but there's nothing like the relationship with your mother. So as the years went on, when I was younger, I didn't understand because my parents and people in my family wouldn't talk about that my mother was sick. Not that she didn't love me, not that she didn't want a relationship with me, but she was sick. So instead of them telling me, I was very angry at her for years because I thought she just didn't want to hang out with me like she hung out with my sister, you know. And when I was 18,
Sit down.
my
If you're gonna
father
eat it,
sat
sit
down and
down.
had a talk with me, and he said, he let me listen to these tapes that my mother had made where she was confessing how much she loved me and my sister, but she was just going through some things that she couldn't help and that she needed help. And I just thought to myself, oh, Lord, all these years I thought she just didn't love me enough. And it wasn't even that. She could not communicate to me that she was sick. And I feel now, I understand now that there was shame in my family. They didn't want to talk about it. So they just pretended they took care of her in an excellent way, but they just pretended like it wasn't really happening. And that's why now I try not to hide anything from my nieces or other young ladies in my life. I want them to know that, you know, that was like 6, 7 years of my life that I did things because I thought I wasn't loved when it wasn't that at all. Not that I didn't have loving people in my life, but like I said, there's nothing like the love of your mother, and that attention you get from your mother. So I say all that to say now I'm taking care of my mother, and I could not love her anymore. Once I had that conversation with my father, and everyone opened up and told me exactly what was going on, even at 18, I
Turn around and eat
knew,
the right way.
I was like, I was just, my whole attitude changed, and then my whole life changed. Because then what I realized is all those years, she needed me to love her even more, you know. So now I have the opportunity, and I thank God for that, to show her every day how much I love her. And I'm fiercely overprotective of my mother. So, um, but we've been on this journey, and I just, like I said, I thank God now for the opportunity to share that with people. Don't be ashamed. You're not the only one. Everybody's family has issues and problems. It's you just have to pray about it, lean on God, not on your own understanding and strength, and keep on going. So that's why it's so important, I think, for us to communicate. It could be your mother, it could be your cousin, it could be your brother. It doesn't matter if they have an issue, whether it's mental or physical. Yeah, maybe their attitude towards you might be different, or but you
Right.
have to
Stop
understand the
moving.
illness, the sickness, and still love them through that. So what I've learned is, they say you shouldn't judge people anyway on what you see or how they speak to you, or because you don't know what that person is going through, or what happened to them, or what their life is about. Because I know for a fact that people that know me, they don't know that about me. They don't know the things that have helped mold me into the person that I am now. So, I found unconditional love and forgiveness. And forgiveness is really hard, but that's when you have to really pray and ask God to help you and to keep loving that person even when it seems like they're not loving you. That's the most important thing. And remember, that's your brother, that's your cousin, that's your father. It doesn't matter. They still need your love. So, off and on, you ladies always hear me talk about communication, unity and forgiveness, because those are keys to any relationship that you're going to have, whether it's with a parent, a sibling, your boyfriend, your husband, whatever. You've got to have those in there. It's a part of unconditional love. Thank you.